What, this one?
Yeah.
What's that for?
Oh no, just block the door. It swings open.
This footage comes from an Indonesian wildlife ranger working a night shift to protect native animals and prevent unauthorized people from entering the protected area. After hearing what sounded like unusual screaming noises in the darkness, he decided to investigate the source more thoroughly to determine what was happening. Understandably, he felt somewhat apprehensive at first as he approached the strange sounds.
Seperti ada yang lewat-lewat, teman-teman. Seperti ada yang lari-lari. Seriusan dari belakang gini. Tapi begitu kita lihat, ya ada sesuatu, teman-teman.
To his initial relief, the noises appeared to be coming from local wildlife that he could see looking back at him in his flashlight beam. This momentary comfort was short-lived, however. As the ranger moved his camera to scan the surrounding area, he captured something entirely unexpected and disturbing. When the mysterious figure retreated into the dense undergrowth, the ranger made the bold decision to follow her, despite his unease. According to his official report of the incident, the woman-like figure completely vanished into the darkness as he pursued her. The ranger remains uncertain about what exactly transpired that night, whether someone was deliberately playing an elaborate prank on him, or if he encountered something truly unexplainable. In his detailed account of the experience, he described the encounter as extremely terrifying. Now to a submission from Bodycam World. This officer found himself in a terrifying situation during what started as a simple welfare check. He was working alone that night and had no idea he might be facing a dangerous individual. The neighbors had called because they were worried about a 75-year-old woman who lived there with a 31-year-old man with no family connection to her. As the man walked into the residence, he picked up a steel brake rotor along the way.
What, this one?
Yeah.
What's that for?
Oh no, just block the door. It swings open.
Gotcha.
Heavy enough to stop anyone from quickly entering or leaving the room. And it was during this first weird interaction that something odd was captured.
Left here. You got any lights here?
Yeah.
You got the lights on? Oh. Hey, yours is going there for me?
Yeah, come on.
What do you mean?
She's right here.
Oh. She's right here? Yeah. Dorothy? Is she sleeping?
Yes.
Okay. How long has she been sleeping for?
Like since 6.
When the lights came on, the situation took a disturbing turn.
On your stomach? No, on your stomach.
Please.
Sir, on your stomach. Okay, you're doing too much.
Okay, don't take it.
No, you're gonna get to this.
Okay, I'm down.
Put your hands behind your back, now. Hands behind your back. Behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your other hand behind your back.
What was the address again?
Your other hand behind your back. What you gonna do? Stop! Stop resisting! Stop! 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 Stop!
This case had many scary elements, but no one knows for sure what showed up in the rear part of the home. We can't tell if it was shadows playing tricks, the camera not working right, someone tampering with the video, or maybe something we can't explain. A number of viewers think they spotted some kind of dark spirit, watching as this sad situation played out. The truth remains a mystery to this day. A night officer at a tech center was recording his night shift, giving us some background about what happens and what he experiences daily inside the building.
Sí da miedo. De hecho, por aquí inicio porque por acá me queda cerca la torre de control. Si veo algo o me pasa algo acá, yo salgo corriendo a mi torre de control y ahí me enllavo. Pero como les seguía diciendo, este lugar es un poco sano y pues no pasa nada. Bueno, ya me han empezado experiencias así, pero no todas son paranormales. Algunas son más bien sospechas de algún ladrón. Esto antes fue un centro tecnológico donde le daban clases a personas, pues sabes. Venían aquí las personas y recibían clases y pues básicamente quedó abandonado pues por razones que yo no entiendo, pero todo esto estaba lleno de computadoras y todas las aulas también de otras cosas, pues no sé, reparadores de mecánica o qué sé yo, no sé. Y pues este es el lugar por donde yo inicio, de aquí es donde yo inicio. Aquella puerta que ven allá, no sé si la pueden ver desde aquí. Esa puerta que está allá aquí probablemente se vaya a abrir. ¿Ves? Ahí está, sabía yo, siempre a esta hora se abre. Esa puerta es donde me estaba apareciendo la otra cosa del video anterior. Una carita que salía y salía. Ahí está. ¡Oh, puta! Moví a mi torre de control. Bueno, gente, por eso les digo que yo siempre me gusta estar cerca de mi torre de control.
If you notice, there's a red door on the left side, and we can see something peeking out. They seem to notice the guard and immediately hide. He tells us that one of those doors opens completely by itself, and then a small face peeked out, as if it were a person. Many viewers who have seen that recording commented that what peeks out seems to be the famous specter of the Hat Man. Others say it might simply be a branch, while others suggest it could be a demon. Hard to say. A guy took a job doing overnight work in a home, clearing out the personal items of a couple who had died under strange conditions. The whole time he worked there, he kept feeling like someone was watching him. So he started filming his shifts to see if he could catch anything unusual. On this particular night, things took an unexpected and eerie turn. The footage shows something truly unsettling that's hard to explain away, while some viewers think it might have just been air currents moving things around the house. It's really difficult to determine what actually caused the events we see in this video. The mystery of what happened in that house that night remains unsolved. The following two officers were apparently called to patrol an old school building because the janitor was hearing and seeing pretty scary things there, alone at night. As the night went on, things really started to get strange.
Sí, boludo, hace un resfrío. Pero acá parece que hace más frío, porque dice cuando hace frío que es por algo, digamos. Están escuchando, boludo, acá hay ruido en toda la escuela. Pero sí, boludo, escuchate. ¿Ves escuchar? ¿Escuchás, boludo? ¿No escucharon? Ah, boludo. Por acá era. Boludo, ¿viste eso? Ah, boludo. Aguantá, boludo, aguantá.
They had no explanation for all these odd occurrences. Could it be that the building was haunted? A security worker filmed this while doing a routine check around the house. During her walk, she caught what looked like someone in one of the rooms.
And that goes...
The video clearly shows a person's head, but here's the strange part. When she went to look, nobody was there. She searched the whole area, but found it completely empty. They wonder if perhaps a former owner was visiting from the spirit realm. A family's home security camera captured an unusual and scary event on the street outside their house. The video starts by showing a normal street scene with a parked car. Suddenly, a woman appears in the frame. She looks frightened, as if she's just seen something really scary in the distance. The woman rushes into her house, clearly trying to get away from whatever scares her. Just a few moments later, something very strange comes into view. It's hard to believe what the camera recorded. The video shows a figure that looks partly like a person, but also partly like an animal. It has legs that are bent in an odd way, and at the end of its legs, there seem to be hooves instead of feet. This made many people who watched the video feel confused and a bit scared. Some of the neighbors and people who saw the video online thought it might be a creature from stories they've heard. They wondered if it could be something called a Nahal or a skinwalker. In some legends, these are beings that can change their shape from human to animal. Lots of people who watched the video left comments saying they've seen similar strange things in their own lives. It's really hard to know for sure what the camera actually recorded. Once his night shift ended, a security officer shared this unsettling footage. As he pulled into his driveway, something seemed wrong at his house. He started recording.
I just pulled up, and what is that? Is that a person? What the fuck is that? There should be nobody in the house, nobody at all. Okay, well, I guess I'll check it out. Yeah, I definitely heard something down here. Banging or something.
When he noticed his living room lamp swinging back and forth for no reason, with no breeze or open windows to explain the movement, it felt very odd. but what he filmed next made his blood run cold. The video shows a dark, menacing face peering into his home through the window. He never found anyone who could have been responsible for this frightening sight. Pretty chilling stuff to capture at your own house after a long night at work. Now a recording from an officer that was patrolling the wing of an older airport, which supposedly was completely abandoned at the time. He wasn't the first person to have seen and heard really odd things going on there, especially the washroom areas were notorious for inexplicable noises. Tonight he documented these weird happenings.
Aquí, en este pasillo, hay un baño. En este pasillo hay un baño. Hay un baño de mujeres. En este pasillo hay un baño de mujeres. A esta hora hay un fantasma juguetón que juega con las llaves de lavamanos. Ahí está. Este es el baño. Ese es el baño. Y como ustedes se pueden dar cuenta, están las luces apagadas. Ay, qué miedo. No hay nadie. No hay nadie, no hay nadie, no hay un alma aquí abajo. No tiene por qué haberla. Y en este baño menos. Sin embargo, allí está el fantasma jugando con la llave del agua. Es obviamente una mujer, bueno, a menos que sea. Me voy a acercar poco a poco. Está oscuro. Se prenden las luces por mi presencia. ¿Sí ven? Se paró. Se quedó quieto. Dale pues. Sigue jugando. ¿Por qué te para? Mira.
Hola. Hola, hola. ¿Estás acá? ¿Dónde estás? Se prenden las luces. ¿Estás jugando con la llave? ¿Ah? ¿Estás jugando con la llave? ¿Ah? Necesito otra prueba. Necesito otra prueba. ¡Ay, marica!
It appears that this spirit seems to be pretty smart, even responding to our guard here and proving him wrong. Maybe there's a reason for its presence. Some say it wants to be noticed. Could this be? Whatever the answer, it's pretty eerie. While checking an old UK hotel, a security guard filmed something truly bizarre. During a routine inspection of what should have been an empty room, the footage shows an odd figure just standing there, facing the wall. Within seconds, this shape completely vanishes from sight. The security worker who recorded this is convinced they witnessed something supernatural. Given the hotel's reputation for being haunted, perhaps this adds another chapter to the building's eerie history. Two vacationers caught this on camera while walking along a road during their trip. They were so frightened by what seemed to be stalking them that they handed the footage over to local police.
can see her.
The video shows something unusual trailing behind them that made them feel genuinely unsafe. Their concern was serious enough that they felt authorities needed to see what had been following them during their supposedly relaxing holiday walk. The following incident has been broadcast on a TV station, and apparently a police department was pretty certain that they have come across a ghost which was captured at their department.
Some police officers saw something that freaked them out and they captured it on camera.
It's an image that some people say appears to be a ghost walking around the police station. Nancy Laughlin has the video and talked to the men who shot it.
It started out as a pretty typical Saturday night. Espanola police officer Carl Romero was on duty, keeping an eye on the surveillance cameras around the station, when he saw something in the sally port.
At first I thought it was like a polilla, like a fly, a moth, and then I saw the legs and it was a human.
But not a real human.
No, it was just a ghost.
So Romero reported it and told his supervisors. Detectives showed us the camera that captured the image. They say there is no way in or out of the secured area without an open gate and alarm sounding.
You can see it walk through. It walks in the direction of the old transport cages, and there's not really any way for it to get out through there, but it seems to walk right through that.
Detectives say there's no logical explanation for this, not an issue with the lighting or a technical glitch. Turns out there are a lot of ghost stories around here.
A lot of our officers have seen certain things. Some of our officers have felt what appears to be somebody breathing down their neck as they're working on reports in the briefing room.
Cops at the station also report hearing strange noises in the middle of the night and seeing unexplainable images in the lobby area too. Espanola police tell us as far as they know, this is not an ancient burial ground, and they say the police station has been here since 2006, but no inmates have died here. But they do say there have been some unsolved murders nearby.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I do, actually. I do believe in ghosts.
Do you think that was a ghost?
I do. I do believe it was something. It's hard to say, but yeah, I do believe it was a ghost.
These guys say they're not afraid of it, but it's definitely an image that haunts the officers who work here.
So, what do we say? Is it just one of those infamous camera glitches that get recorded ever so often? Or a spider web? Or are we talking about something paranormal indeed? A police officer recorded this while documenting the aftermath of a tragic house fire that killed several family members. In the footage, something unexpected appears, a strange shape that nobody on the scene could explain. Some viewers have suggested it resembles the Grim Reaper, given the circumstances. Is there a more down-to-earth reason for what we're seeing? Perhaps it was smoke patterns, camera glitches, or just shadows playing tricks. Yet the timing and location make this recording particularly disturbing. Especially since experienced emergency personnel couldn't identify what caused the unusual image that appeared in their official documentation of this sad event. Now we look at footage from a homeowner who claims something got into his house in the middle of the night.
O que você quer aqui? Isso não pode ser.
The video shows a strange presence that he couldn't identify. Even today, he remains confused about what this thing was, or how it managed to enter his locked home. The unexplained nature of the encounter makes for some pretty unsettling viewing. A security guard working nights at an old high school began recording the disturbing events he experienced during his shifts. Besides the unusual sounds he regularly heard, he started noticing dark, shadowy figures moving around and strange noises echoing through empty hallways when he was completely alone in the building. In this latest video, he managed to capture one of these mysterious shadows. Like the other weird happenings he's documented, he can't find any normal explanation for what his footage shows, or the ongoing strange activity that continues to occur during his overnight patrols. A security worker posted this video claiming that something scary came home with him from his new job.
Em nome de Jesus, sai daqui agora!
He recorded what he believes is a dark presence that makes disturbing, inhuman sounds, and even slammed his bedroom door shut on its own. This unseen force seems to be causing trouble throughout his house. We'll keep an eye on his updates to see what happens next. Police responded when worried neighbors reported a dark shape standing outside one of the homes on their street. As someone began filming, this strange figure appeared to hover above the ground before completely vanishing.
Oh my gosh! So what is that? What the? Hey. What is that? Look, it's just moving. What am I looking at?
Everyone who witnessed it was baffled, with no one able to identify what they had seen. Even after investigation, police couldn't provide any answers about the mysterious sighting. The unexplained encounter remains a complete puzzle to this day. video was captured by CCTV camera inside the entrance area of a police station, and based on several officers, they state to have seen some mist-like apparitions outside the glass door for several minutes before the following unfolded. It was impossible for this to have been caused by a wind breeze, and some of them are pretty certain that something from another realm has opened that door. Could it be that an actual ghost was ripping open the door of the police station? Or how else can we explain this? Let's look at an older yet disturbing piece of footage from a police officer's body cam. He was responding to neighbors' complaints about strange noises coming from an abandoned house. What he captured that night would leave viewers puzzled for years to come. As the officer began searching the empty residence, something unsettling broke the silence, the sound of a woman weeping. As the footage continues, the sobs transform into something far more sinister, almost demonic in nature.
Police department, anybody in here? Show your hands! Make yourself known! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Right now! Did you copy that?
In the final moments, we hear the officer commanding whatever's in that room to get on the ground. Then, suddenly, the recording cuts off. What happened in those crucial missing moments? Did something attack the officer, causing his camera to fail? Or was this all an elaborate hoax, a carefully crafted piece of fiction? The truth about what transpired in that abandoned house remains a mystery. What we're about to see is deeply unsettling. Police officers responded to a call at a church that had stood abandoned for a decade, a place with a dark history. The reason for its closure? A series of inexplicable events that drove people away. Objects moving on their own, and most disturbing of all, the sounds of children crying. When the officers arrived with their cameras rolling, they captured something that defies explanation.
यार ये सामने क्या बैठा हुआ? ये क्या? ये तीन बच्चे हैं साथ, कुछ और चीज बैठी हुई। कौन?
जा रहे हैं?
ये किधर जा रहे?
बाबा जी?
आ रही है?
There, in the darkness of the old church, stood a dark figure. Surrounding it were what appeared to be children, perched on a chair. Many who've seen this footage desperately hope it's just part of some film project. After all, the alternative is too disturbing to consider. With so little known about the church's history, or what really happened that night, we're left with more questions than answers. The following encounter had been shared by a security guard who was patrolling an old mall complex at the time and recording his thoughts about the many ghost stories that locals tell about this area of town. And it didn't take long until his stroll turned into a pretty eerie night of strangeness.
Get that effect. Guys, is it coming to burn or not? Guys, it smells burn. It smells burn. I don't know if... Don't tell me. They say the legend that there are children who play till the afternoon on the web. Yes. At the garden casino that is under a fire and people died. Nothing... What is that?
It starts to move by itself.
Out of the way, Ron. Is it a god or is it a cat? Is it a goblin? What does that tell me, Dudy?
We already smelled sulfur and burnt smell for that.
Take off the fence, man. What the heck is that? Today I approach and she think I'm going to record something. What the heck is that? It's here walking, dude. It's here walking. It's here walking. Are you messing with me? Who the hell is messing with me? That's why, honestly, I don't normally like people. And these shitty stuffed toys too. What happened? Guys, the phone turned off.
Thank you for it. A small creature was caught at the end of one of the hallways, and then, just before the recording ended, you could also capture a strange-looking face. Makes him believe that something paranormal happened here that night. Is this possible? The following was shared by a user who claims to work the night shift inside a funeral home. Apparently, he was showing the coffins off to one of his colleagues on the phone when strange things happened. Let's see.
Y las urnas, no sé si la pinche Noemí dejó. La verga, qué pedo. A ver, aguanta, güey. ¿Qué pedo con esta madre? Ah, vete a la verga, güey. No sé, fijarme, qué pedo. No sé si se metió un pendejo, güey. ¿Esta madre está bien? Pura mamada, güey. Pues como te iba diciendo, güey, pinches ataúdes bien vergueados nos dan, güey. ¿Qué pedo? Güey, creo que se ve algo en eso a la vez.
We can see how that door slams shut by itself. The man goes to check if perhaps somebody else was in the building. But he realized that he was totally alone. As he returns to the main area again, the door seems to close again. As he decides to walk back once more to look for the origins of these noises, he can capture a strange black shadow on camera.
esta maestra está bien. Es pura mamada, güey. Pues como te iba diciendo, güey, pinches ataúdes bien vergueados nos dan, güey. ¿Qué pedo? Güey, creo que se ve algo, vamos a la vez.
That's when the recording ends. But based on the reports, the man ran out of the building shortly after, as he was certain that this was paranormal related. Could it be